Welcome to part 4 of my vertical engine build. Last time I mentioned I was working on page 2 of the drawings. Actually, it's page 3. There are 5 pages of drawings. The cylinder assembly is on page 3, and we're going to get to that and hopefully finish up page 3 in this video. Now we're going to work on the cylinder head. I've got a piece of 1-inch brass stock in the 3-jaw. I'm going to face it off and then cut the cylinder head. Well, we've got it faced off. Now we'll just take a little bit of a cut on the outside edge just to clean it up a bit. That should do. Now the next step is to cut the 1/16 inch boss for the bore. Okay, that's measuring 0.57. Okay, that says 0.48. Cylinder fits on it pretty good, so we'll call that good. I've got the parting blade set up. I'm going to part that off 1/8 of an inch thick. Like I've said before, I'm atrocious at parting, so I've actually left a little bit of extra material. Oh, I forgot something. Before I part that off, I want to put a little dimple in the head so I can center it on the milling machine to drill the hole. Okay, using my smallest centering drill, or center drill, run that in. Doesn't need to be much of a dimple, but just something to verify the center. Okay, now we can go back in with the parting tool. I finished that atrocious parting job with the hacksaw, so I've got it turned around in a 1/2 inch collet, and I'm going to just take some light facing cuts until I get the thickness that I want. There, that should do for the head. Now we move it over to the mill and drill the head bolt holes. I have the cylinder head clamped to the fixture plate with some packing underneath it, and bolt circle set up on the DRO, so we'll spot and drill the head bolt holes. Now we'll drill number 41 for clearance for a 256 screw and drill down into the aluminum block. Well, that completes the cylinder head. Take it out of there, do some deburring, and move on to the next. This is the crosshead guide. It's got a number of features. It's going to take a little time to build, but I'm sure it'll work out okay, and we'll just get going on it. I'm going to start work on a crosshead guide. Piece of 1-inch brass in the 3-jaw, and we'll face it off. I'm going to take a light cut on the outside diameter just to clean it up a bit. No, I'm almost there. Take it down just a little bit at a time. Six, 5, 0. Move on to the next step. Now I have to drill and ream a 1/2-inch hole through the middle, through the length. I'll do it in steps. This is the final drill bit. I've got an oversized 1/2-inch reamer in the chuck, and we'll ream this all the way through. Now we're going to try and part this off. Now I've turned it around, put it in the collet chuck. Now I'll face this end off too, so the flange is 1/4 inch thick. There's 300. There it is, 250 thousandths. Now we'll take it out of the lathe, move it over to the mill, and do the other features. I have the crosshead guide mounted in a collet chuck, have it centered, bolt hole laid out, and we will spot and drill the holes for that. Got the stop set so I don't inadvertently drill into the collet. I've changed it in the vise, got it set up to cut the slots in the side. Now we do deburr that, and the crosshead is done. Crosshead guide is... This is the cylinder support. It goes between the uprights and the cylinder, and also acts as the bottom head for the engine. I have a piece of stock in the machine, brass stock, 1 inch by 1.5 inch, and drill the holes for the cylinder support. It's the hole for the piston rod. Drill that and ream it to 1/8 with an oversized reamer. Drilling the holes for the mounting holes. Clearance drill for number 256. And that part is done except for deburring. I'm going to be working on the valve body now. I cut down a piece of brass stock to the appropriate outside dimensions, got it centered in the milling machine, and now we need to drill some holes in it. First we'll drill and ream a 1/4 inch hole for the valve. Spot and drill the holes for the steam passages. Now the mounting holes. Now we'll finish it up by drilling and tapping a 540 hole for the steam inlet. Here are all the parts that I've made so far in this build, and I think I've got enough, so I'm going to put some together and make sure they fit. Well, there it is. All the pieces put together so far. This thing will focus. Well, that'll end the video for this week. And please like, subscribe, do all that kind of YouTube stuff, and see you next time.